Hey, I'm Nikhil, and I think I'm about 8 months late to this video, so my apologies. It's May now, and with that, I've officially finished my first year of college, which I kind of sit here and it's just absolutely crazy to think about. And because I'm finally done, I finally got a little bit of time on my hands, and I remembered that I had all these clips from last summer, and I thought I'd curate them together into this sort of little montage to kind of just remember the good times before I had to move into Princeton, New Jersey. I'm kidding, I actually do love it there, don't worry. But while going through these clips, it sort of got me thinking. The summer before college is this weirdly unique time, right? Like, for the past few years, every summer has just been absolute chaos. You know, working, interning, studying for the SAT, trying to get a job. But this summer, this one hit different, right? I mean, as you can see, like, we're actually heading off to India, but we had a super long layover. Ooh, look at me. I look pretty good, right? Just tell me I look pretty good. Yeah, so we were just in Dubai having an extra long layover, so I got to visit a new country that I'd never been to before. And I guess this summer, or the summer before college, I guess, hit different. Because, you know, we're in, right? We've been accepted to school. There's nothing to prove anymore. No looming college apps, no looming applications or application fees or essays or things like that. We're not scrambling. We're just here, sort of living in the moment. Or at least, I think so, right? But then now I look at it and I'm like, should I have spent that summer curating my resume? Like, a part of me is like, maybe. Because looking at the job market right now, yeah, maybe I should have. But that's kind of where this all starts, right? This tension between resting and doing. And as the summer begins again, or this current summer, that is, I find myself thinking back to last summer and what actually made it so special to me, right? So just for some context, right? This was the first time I had gone back to India since before COVID. So boom, that's the easy answer. I missed my family there, right? Like, I totally missed my family, and it was really, really nice seeing them. So thank you for coming and watching this video. Good night. No, I'm just kidding. There's a bit more to that. But seriously though, I'm not wrong. Family was such a core part of this trip. Like, for 18 years, you live with these people around you. You see them every single day. They're your backbone, your default. They're the people who will pick you up if you fall down. And then suddenly you start counting down to this giant goodbye. Not a permanent one, but a real one. So every day, especially on that trip, I remember, I was reminded that time is just so incredibly valuable. You know, it feels like just yesterday I graduated high school, and then I blinked again, and then the summer was over. I blinked again, and then my first semester was done, and then now I'm a rising sophomore? It really, really just does not make sense how time flies so quickly to me. And that summer especially just flew by, right? So I tried really hard to be present, you know, to just be with my family. Especially, you know, with my twin. It was the first time we'd be going to different schools, which was a weird reality. You know, we'd sort of experienced everything together, and now we're splitting off, starting our own lives. But that trip, you know, that summer, it was all of us together with this larger purpose, you know, to see family. And for me, I had this internal purpose, I guess, to sort of reconnect with the part of my culture that I feel like in the midst of everything, I just sort of let slip away. Not on purpose, just out of laziness, I guess. But being there really put things into perspective, I'd say. You know, there are so many small moments. Like, look, that's my cousin who's literally in his suitcase right now. You know, it was so hot. I remember the trip was so hot. I was actually dying. And then it's the small things, right? Like, I had my mom beside me every 10 minutes. She was like, make sure you drink water. You get migraines a lot. Make sure you're drinking water. And I was like, yes, I know, Ma, but now you kind of miss that, right? Or see there with my other cousin, I'm teaching him how to play the drums on my little drum pad. Or just the small moments, which I think really, really are impactful for me. And or my grandparents, both my grandparents, just reading a newspaper in the exact same manner, which I quite enjoyed. You know, but then after this whole trip, we got back, and then a week flew by and I moved in. That fast. And you know, one minute you're with your family, joking around with your people, and then the next you're just on your own. This sort of like dependency that, you know, you're so accustomed to while being at home, it kind of just vanishes, but it vanishes so abruptly, which I think was such a fascinating thing to experience. And while, you know, your original family are those people who will help lift you up when you fall down, at this point in time, you have to start looking for new people to catch you when you fall. And at least in my experience, when I found them, and you will, it's such a great feeling. But there's this pressure in the beginning, you know, to find those people. Sorry, I just have to interject. My grandmother looked really good in those sunglasses, right? But there's this pressure in the beginning to find those people, to, you know, figure it out all so quickly. So that's why the summer before college, you know, to me, it matters. Because it's one of the last times where, for me, you could just exist. Where you can be, like, sort of held without having to ask for help, right? And I know I'm kind of waffling here, so take everything I say with a grain of salt, or a tablespoon, or whatever measuring unit you're accustomed to. But, you know, if I had to sum it up, I'd say this, you know. The summer before college, I think, is this amazing chance to just truly cherish the people you care about before you go off, and then eventually find new people to care about. Not that you're gonna stop cherishing those old people. Well, no, my mom would be mad if I called her old. Sorry, mom. You're not old. I love you. But you're gonna have this opportunity to go really focus on making new meaningful connections. So while you have this time, really, really take advantage of this amazing opportunity to spend time with those you love the most before you head out to college. And, you know, I made this video mostly for myself to kind of reflect, to remember on this amazing time that we had. But maybe I'll make a college version at some point. But almost a year later, I just realized how important that summer to me really was. I didn't see it fully at the time, but I certainly do now. And if you're watching this, I'd just say maybe take a minute to slow down and feel that too. Because honestly, it goes by fast. It goes by really, really fast.